How's it going, everybody? I am Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back with the Everlast role-playing game, The Adventures of Eclaas. And we are joined by 3 of our players. Unfortunately, Connor could not make it today. Again, you know, holidays, that tends to happen. But very happy to have at least 3 of our players today. And yeah, it's been a hot sec since we've done any stream, but we'll just jump right into it without any further ado. We are making our way kind of towards the end of this dungeon, at least as far as this portion of it goes. No, we're making our way towards the end of this dungeon, and there is kind of this last-ditch effort to try to get these mana crystals generated with mana, and yeah, there's an evil shadow ghost guy trying to attack everybody. But without further ado, let's go ahead and have our players introduce themselves, starting with Zill.
Hello, I am Max. I play Zill, the beloved orphan of Helix. I don't know if he's actually beloved. He was an orphan. Does anybody even know he's gone? Probably not. But the orphan of Helix, the blacksmith extraordinaire, the future refinium prospector, because what a better retirement plan than one of the most dangerous jobs you could get. Hey, thanks, Cole. Waffle House, the Teapot of Madness, and many, many others. Although I think that's actually all his nicknames, so I don't know why I said many others. He
More
is
to
the
come.
party tank. He is the party tank. He gets hit a lot. And he's currently trying to expand his repertoire because he realized when things can't be cut, he can't hurt them. So he needs a fancy magical sword. But he found one in this dungeon, so hopefully he'll learn to use it soon.
Absolutely.
Oh, are you planning on using the Saratang?
Yes.
So I can't hear you guys right now. It's fine.
Oh no.
Okay,
Let me figure that out.
All I was gonna say is Zill is still beloved
go
by
to the next person.
Alania.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
While Max is figuring that out, let's go ahead and move over to Luxalia, our second player.
Hi everyone, I'm Cole. I play Luxalia of the Silverwood. She's got a mysterious past, but in her present, she is a shrine maiden of Amaterasu. Yeah, that's her claim to fame. And she heals people with the blessing that is mana. And she has been blessed with the ability to wield mana for the good of the world and her party.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
She's a Glyven. I already said that. I don't know. Did I? I'm tired. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's been a long week. Good week. Just a long week.
Yep.
She's a
Okay,
support
is
category.
this causing
creature.
a terrible echo?
I think I am
You're good.
hearing a little bit of chatter in the background.
Yeah, just
maybe that's
just a
just me.
very minuscule amount. I actually do hear a little bit, but that's okay. It's not
Okay.
super distracting. Just
Yeah.
kind of.
Because we're fully janking this and just going straight down computer audio because that's the best I can do right now.
That's okay. That's okay. Because as long as nobody else is talking while you're talking, I think we'll be in decent shape. So no worries. You know, technical
Hopefully
things happen. It's all good.
Hopefully the headphones will charge and I can put them back in half an hour.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Great. Anything else about Luxalia?
She is friends with all the princesses across the land
That's true,
and
at least the
loves
2 of 'em.
tea. And
What's your favorite tea?
her favorite tea is obviously the Silverwood variety.
The silver leaf
Variety. Yes, the
There's her
silver
friend.
leaf.
Ooh, is that
Irea.
Irea?
Heck
There you
yeah,
go.
It is.
Irea. And I don't know if Kyle ever saw my proposal for tea, but
I did see the tea proposal.
but it's in the works, folks. So maybe that might or might not come to fruition. We'll never know. And if not, that's okay.
the brewer skill.
Correct.
You can pick up a new lifestyle. The tea brewer.
Yes. Of course. Yeah. That's her.
Nice. And our next character is Yuki.
Hey everyone, my name is Dane, or Forge here at Fancy Forge Studios, and I play the character Mistletoe Yuki. She's a silver draken from the far north reaches of the continent of Everlast, called the Refinium Peak. She's from
Flamongolith?
a Glomongolith. Yeah, no, she's from a town called Flamongolith, and she's pretty cool. She's a bard class. Silver Draken, first and foremost, are kind of rare, so you don't see them especially down in the Aishan Islands. So, but she gives off a nice, cool aura to her because she is a silver draken. So that's pretty nice. It helps out in the heat of the moment. Puns. But no, she is a bard class, but she's not your typical supporty bard, though she does have some support classes from her base class as a bard. However, she is a blade dancing bard, so she utilizes mana with dance moves, specific dance moves passed down, which are pretty cool. And they imbue her weapons with mana, and she's able to do all kinds of different damage types. Like one of them does frost damage, one of them does flame damage, one of them does earth damage. It's pretty cool. So she is a physical DPS along with Belbin, who is our other physical DPS, and so they slice the competition. As
well, Belbin punches.
Well, he punches, but he also we'll talk about Belbin when we get to Belbin, but Yuki is on kind of a journey, a self-seeking journey to come back to Alomnia in a sense, though it's been a struggle for her. She never really grew up with it, but with the influence of all of the demonic powers that Eclaas has fought, as well as the holiness of Luxali and Jack and some of the other people we've encountered, it's inspired her to be more virtuous. So it's good. Let's see if that continues. That's Yuki. Yep.
Speaking of which, we make our way over to Belbin. Belbin is the opposite of all of that. What I would say he's trying. He relies a little bit sometimes on dice flips, as far as that goes, but or dice rolls. But yeah, he is an oblate martial artist, and so as mentioned, he is another physical DPS that can beat things back. He's got these blackened webbed hand wraps that he's had since the very, very beginning, and yeah, he does dark damage, impact damage, and all the stuff. He is a little bit greedy. He collects and he hoards things. That could be maybe a kind of a glint back to his past of growing up with literally nothing, and kind of having to make a name for himself. But yeah, his background has been kind of talked about a little bit when it comes to the whole Shada story, but there's still a little bit of shade on his situation. And so yeah, he's grumpy, he's old, at least for a Glyvan, he's kind of old, but he is ripped. He does his morning calisthenics, and he is limber. So it's important. It's important, those stretches. But yeah, he's cool. He's cool. And then last but not least, we have Thordane. So he is the captain of Alomnia's Breath. He is a woodland elf from the Woodland Realm, and he uses a bow to shoot and support kind of from the back lines. But he has some healing and other supporting things that he can do. He primarily excels when it comes to his guiding techniques and travel. But yeah, he's pretty cool. 2-time WrestleMania champ. Recently dethroned by a robot, so that's fun. And he is the current holder of the Rum of Ages. It's very prestigious. And
wait. Are you telling me that Kokoro the robot didn't take the Rum of Ages?
No, remember she was like, I don't need this, so she gave it back to Thordane.
It's not oil.
There you go.
It's not oil.
What is the Rum of Ages? That's the question.
It is ageless. It was a rum discovered from the dawn of the creation of Everlast. I'm
pretty sure it's just a casket from a casket that we just decided to do.
Yeah, it's just common rum. But it's special.
It's nothing special.
It's special.
It ages you. That's what's special.
Oh yeah, our brother-in-law's character. What was his name? Forget.
Was he a Draken or was he
Boogie.
He was a Draken. Boogie.
Yeah.
Wait, Cole, what was your wife's character when she joined us for the
Oh.
Halloween?
Oh,
What
well,
was
so
her
name,
character?
her name in A Night of Martyrs is called Autumn
Gold.
what? Autumn Gold.
Yeah.
And she is the cover art for Night of Martyrs, which is pretty cool. So
Nice.
cool, you're
a random
white.
one-off character from a loving wife
There you go.
Yeah.
made
there
the
you go.
cover of a
You-
set.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah. I don't remember what was that the name?
No, it
Autumn
wasn't the actual
something?
name of her
Okay.
character. So
Yeah, I don't remember.
I want to say
Alright.
something with a C.
It's possible. I'm sure
Anyways.
she maybe she remembers. I'll
Yeah.
text her.
Is it still on your D&D Beyond?
But that is it.
Well,
it could
maybe.
be. Honestly, it probably could
I'll
be.
look. I'll look.
But that is Thordane. He's pretty cool. And yeah, he is a man of science. Sorry, an elf of science. A male elf of science. I guess that you could still use man, not human. Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, yeah, of course, a company B. But I am Kyle. I am the creator of this world of Everlast and the Everlast role-playing game, TCG, all that kind of stuff. We just successfully funded our basically third and fourth sets of the Everlast TCG. It's Veil of Twilight, Night of Martyrs. So for those who ordered, look forward to your stuff coming hopefully early April, as long as things go smoothly. Yeah, very, very excited for that to be able to be released. But this is a world of my creation here at Fantasy Forge Studios, and it's been fun adventuring in it for the years that we have been adventuring in, and especially as the darkness continues to grow in this world, and the demonic forces of the void are starting to kind of take hold. It's good to see that Eclaas is kind of the light in the darkness here as we follow their adventures throughout the right now the Great Peninsula, which is very cool. But yeah, I am the Fate Weaver. I am both playing with and against these players as they kind of make their mark in Everlast, defending the free peoples from the wiles and evils of the void. Which is very exciting, very cool. Feel free to use this content for your own homebrew stuff. We'll eventually come out with a tabletop role-playing game version of this, and that should be really, really cool. But until then, be patient. A little bit of recap. Are you guys good for some recap before we jump right in? Let's do it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, past couple of sessions have been inside this dungeon. So currently they are in the lost city of Ashalinthil. It is the keep of the capital city of the First Age. Basically, the first glorious city of men that was kind of reclaimed, well, not reclaimed, but claimed by the elves. And it was during this time that the elves actually started to kind of become corrupt, and the first dark elves became a thing. And so because of that, there was a bunch of events that happened. The Great Sea was formed, and this place was lost to time, essentially. But this is actually the spot of the Flame Pillar. Which is their current task, is to go check out why the Flame Pillar is struggling and such, and also go check on the Great Dragon at Nazrahim as well while they are down here. But they are currently exploring this dungeon in order to escape. I guess that's the best way to look at it. They're exploring to escape, and so they can get into the crater of the volcano. And they have encountered all kinds of things, from great treasure loot to a scary ghostly undead thing that keeps stalking them through the halls and wanting to put them in prison, to a horse statue man down in the basement, all the way to figuring out that there is a portal in the upper room that gives them basically like a glance back in time and to the past. Which is very interesting. But during the last session, for those who are not caught up, Eclaas were able to grab this orb, which is the key for their escape, and they discovered that it has something to do with mana. And so they were wandering around figuring out what is going on, and they made their way to the top room, the last room that they had not visited in this large keep. And it transported them back in time to a degree, at least from the facade. But there is a kind of this special mirror that was there that allows them to see a different portion of time. So basically there's like 3 places of time that existed in this one location to a degree. And during this, they were able to transcribe the specific incantation, the prayer, in order to basically energize these mana crystals in order to get enough power to escape this place. And so yeah, that's currently in the process. They made their way down from the upstairs room, and the guy that the ghost shadow scary guy that wants to imprison them appeared again, and he is currently now facing off against Belbin, Zil, and Yuki, as Thordane and Luxalia sprint to be able to do their basically escape, essentially. So that's what's going down. Did I miss anything? Anything important? I don't think so. That sounds about right. Well, let's go ahead and start there. Let's go ahead and have Zil, Belbin, and Yuki roll for initiative. I'm actually going to have Cole for Luxalia. I'm going to have you roll initiative too. You're technically too far from the battle to be counted, but during your turn, you can use it to dash in order to get down to the basement area, or not the main floor.
Is the mini map supposed to be above the current map?
Yes, it is. This is kind of tracking the progress of where Thordane.
Oh, okay, good.
Luxalia are.
Can we
12 for Yuki.
Okay, give me one
Can
second.
we're fighting like the guy that we fought first, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Can we assume that when the fight started, I had the Cercian out?
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, like, I wasn't here to specify that.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Okay, I can burn a turn if I need to. Also, I don't know what type of damage it does yet.
Okay. Well, you'll find out.
Great, just for
Yeah,
your
you'll find out. Because it does do elemental damage, and so like it'll start to use charges every time. You can whack with it just normally, and it does cutting damage. But you can spend 1 charge of basically mana in order to imbue it with the mana. Oh, that's how that works.
So I have to spend mana to use it.
Yep. As far as like the elemental portion of it, kind of similar to the staff, where it looks like you can technically boop with the staff, and it does impact damage. But she can also shoot flames or light or whatever her staff is.
Do I only expend that mana if I hit?
No, every time you use it.
Oh no!
I believe in you, Phil.
I don't like this.
Okay, Luxalia, what is your priority initiative?
It is a number. I rolled an 8 plus. Plus 3, so 11.
Nice. Okay, and Zil.
5.
The last battle that you guys had, as far as the last combat round, Belbin actually rolled the lowest of all the priority initiatives. Somehow.
Wow.
And
There you go.
Belbin. Well, he rolled a nat 1, but he got a 9.
Oh
Okay.
my.
So he will be
Sweet.
skipping this first round of combat as far as that goes. So we're going to go ahead and start from the very top. And the shadowy figure, he kind of rises up to his full height, standing probably around 8 feet tall, as he looms over. This entire room is completely darkened, as it were. The only light that you see is the faint glow coming in from the courtyard from this corner window. But you can see kind of this large shadowy figure begin to grow, and he says, "You're back." And he lunges forward right in the middle of 3 of you guys. I guess within 5 feet of Yuki, 10 feet of Zil, and 10 feet of Belbin. And he looks to each of you and he says, "You need to be put back in the ground." And he takes his basically sword, and he begins to imbue it with like this darkened energy that begins to basically radiate kind of in sparkles. He has initiated a combat challenge with all 3 of you.
Nice.
Good.
Which brings us to Yuki.
Yeah, well, I guess if that's the case, well, she's gonna think on her feet And she's going to think out loud as she says this. And she's going to say to the party, I wonder what will happen if we take him upstairs with us. Will he become a real person or can we trap him up there? I don't know. But it looks like this isn't the time to think about it. And she kind of looks at her player info to see what she can do. And I didn't expect to have to be doing this right away. But she's going to use Heroic Concerto. Oh, that's an attack action. I always forget. Does she have Lullaby? That didn't work. Lyrical Ballad. She's a half. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, I guess she's just going to attempt to disengage with a support action.
Okay. Go ahead and make an agility or a dexterity skill check against a agility survival check.
Okay.
Has a 15.
That's a 12, yeah.
So you are
Bummer.
stuck in combat.
All right, that's fine. I guess that's what she'll do.
Okay. Luxalia. So this is technically Luxalia on the mini map. You can do whatever you want in this situation. You can dash. You can spend your whole turn doing that. Whatever you want to do. Oh, can't hear ya.
Can't hear ya.
Well, why not? Thordane and I are gonna dash.
Okay, cool.
Just kidding.
What is
Sorry.
your maximum movement for Luxalia? We'll just go this. I'm pretty sure Luxalia is slower than Thordane. But we'll just go ahead and use Luxalia's movement.
You know what happens when you assume? Sometimes you're right.
True.
Sometimes you're right.
Sometimes you're raised body and soul straight into heaven.
That's true.
35 feet.
35 feet. So you can move 70 feet, which I believe.
Why don't you use Thordane's? His is 55.
Oh
We're
my
going
god.
the slower.
What the heck?
Thordane will carry her.
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50.
Why is she so fast?
Because he's dexterous. He's got a beefy agility stat, 16.
Gotcha.
So, you know, like how Lord of the Rings elf, they kind of have a spring in their step.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's how he is.
Oh, jeez. Stuff is happening.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, gosh.
You
Also,
messed up, Kyle.
I messed up.
also, man, some of these characters from this Everlast campaign on D&D Beyond are hilarious.
Hey, hold up.
Borshak's
look.
Boogie Bravo.
Yep. That's
And I love his player profile. It's Young Buns.
Where did Luxalia go? What the heck?
I'm down here.
Can you grab her?
She's right here. Yeah, got her.
Okay, come on. Okay, you're like
Yeah.
this far. Okay, cool. All right. Next is Belbin. What is he doing? So he technically has a combat challenge. He can move into combat 5 feet into combat.
He got skipped.
Oh
he
yeah,
did get
true.
skipped.
That's true. He is skipped. All right, Zill.
Good, that buys me time because I don't know what he does.
He punches.
If I'm in a combat challenge, can I still use reflex support actions?
You can.
I can.
You can. Basically, you can use support actions. You just can't do anything that moves away from the creature. So, like for example, you could like technically drink a potion if someone's engaged in a something like that. So, in a
I'm
combat
going to
challenge.
do nothing.
Okay.
In true Boomy fashion.
Are you going to move in closer to make attacks, or because you're 10 feet away technically right now?
Oh.
He's engaged it against all of you, regardless the fact you're 10 feet away. So you can technically, you have to move in closer if you're going to move at all, but you can stay put too.
I'm gonna. Does that put me right next to Yuki and him?
Correct.
That's where I want to be.
Perfect.
Oh, nice. You gonna be beefy for me? Some beefcake?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Unless you get
Shri.
taken to jail.
Who doesn't remember Shri? Shri and Gloof.
Yeah.
Yeah, Korshax.
Tree was
Oh
a
my
freaking
goodness.
like mushroom, like a sentient mushroom, right?
Yep,
Like,
yep, and he lives like 2 weeks. He was captured
yeah.
Yep.
to be a slave,
Nice.
and he lives like 2 weeks. Yep, Mippy and Molvar. Yep, I
Yeah.
remember them.
Max, the things that you didn't get to experience.
I know.
It's okay.
The
We've had
oddities
good
of
fun
Lab
too.
Terran. Anyways, all right, that brings us to Zill, which takes us to the top of the combat round, meaning attack actions. And so he, as he finishes like putting this dark energy on his sword, he's gonna go ahead and do this large radial spin. He's gonna do 2 of them. And so I'm gonna have Yuki, Zill, and Belbin. All of you are going to make mind survival checks for me.
Mind?
Timmy Flap.
Oh.
Who doesn't remember Timmy Flap from Helgen Taste?
Oh, Yuki's pretty good.
Yeah, he's the best.
Oh gosh.
Okay. That's a 14 for Yuki.
That is a 18 for Belbin
Okay.
and a 5 for Zill.
Okay, both Belbin and Yuki pass, and we are going to go ahead and do.
1 million damage because this guy hits like a truck.
I think you guys lucked out, actually.
Oh! Except for Zill.
What?
Zill did it.
So okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this. It's 4d8. My first 2 rolls were 1s. So.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. 10 damage to Zill, 5 damage to both Belbin, dark element
Whoa!
damage to both Belbin and Yuki.
Nice.
So this is the first spin.
Okay.
And Belbin gains the cursed status. Not Belbin, Zill gains the cursed status ailment.
Why?
And then meaning you can't use any mana. So
For is the
basically you just can't spend any mana to use mana anything. So that's how it works. And arts technically because those use mana.
is the like timing of it still true to the sheet?
As in what?
It says it lasts a day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there
Ooh.
checks I can make like to shrug it off?
There are essentially like potions and stuff, like status ailment, removing potions and things that you can use. So I would check your inventory maybe at a later date or at a later time to try to do that.
Does that include my Cercian attack?
That does include your Cercian attack.
I finally get something I can do against it.
So
and now I can't do it. Gosh dang it.
All right, second
Well,
attack.
you know.
Mind survival checks, everybody.
All right.
Much
That's
better.
a 17 for Yuki.
Okay.
Dirty 16 for Zill, 17 for Belbin.
All right, you all pass, but you receive 6 points of dark damage each.
Not bad.
I am
I'll take
not hitting well. The frig.
Good.
Keep doing that. Keep doing that.
All right, that's all he can do. Let's go ahead and jump down to Yuki then.
Yeah, so what she was gonna do is she was gonna use her heroic concerto. So she was gonna sing a ballad into his face. She was gonna tell him a tale. She's gonna tell him a tale about a barber off of a street called Fleet Street that was in it's a tale that's told that was passed down.
What is his name?
So his name is Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
I'll tell the tale of Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. Ooh. Anyways, it's a single target within 50 feet. The hit is a D16 plus my charisma modifier against your RV.
Okay.
So
Is this considered a weapon attack?
this is a elemental attack.
No, it is not.
No, it's
Hero
not.
Concerto is not.
It's
Darn.
not a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's singing at him. Anyways, let me roll for that. So charisma. Okay. It's a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. So if I remember what it does, so it's 2d6 charisma influence light damage
Okay.
to the target and enables the trait heroic concerto. And heroic concerto, basically what it does is when the character or an ally makes an attack action, they may re-roll their damage dice. When the dice is re-rolled, it cannot be re-rolled again, and the result must be taken. So,
Okay.
that's Hero Concerto. So it's in effect for Yuki and Belbin. And I guess technically Zil, though, he can't do any damage. So, it's good.
So you can re-roll
good stuff.
damage dice? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, but you have to take the second option. Okay, so damage. 7 plus 8. What is that? 8. 13 light damage? Well, no, that's wrong. 15 light damage, which is doesn't do much. And so that was her first attack action. Her second attack action is she's going to use Blade Song, which doesn't do any damage right now. But she's going to roll to hit still because she's got to hit in order to go. And it's against the DV.
Okay, sounds good.
And that will be. And this is with my Refinium sword. My first hit with my Refinium sword. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
Okay. And it doesn't do any damage because he's immune to
But it
to
does
it.
activate your...
It does activate. She's going to do the flame one.
Okay, Gildan Flame Blade.
Was it the Gildan Flame Blade?
Okay.
And so with her third attack, or no, she gets 3 attacks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 attacks. She's going to do her Gildan Flame Blade. So she's going to attack to hit again, and then do additional flame damage.
Okay.
So that's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay. And it does 4 flame damage, just a base 4 flame damage.
Okay.
And then physical damage, or cutting damage, but that doesn't do anything to him, so.
Awesome. Brings us down to Luxalia. You aren't doing anything since that's a turn action.
I'm sprinting.
Belbin is scared. Zil.
Hey, buddy. Can I have a high five? He just puts his hand out.
And what's happening?
Something.
Wait, to me or to the bad guy?
High-fiving the bad guy.
Oh my god.
He looks at you and he kind of growls as he is basically like in his final like backswing of his weapon. He did catch a little bit on fire after the whack from Yuki, but he looks to you and he reaches out to basically like grasp your throat, as we have seen in many times previously.
So I'm like going for the high five, but also just leaning back. I got nothing.
That is the end of the combat round, meaning roll Power Initiative again.
Okay, clarification. I've got a trait. It says, while engaged in a combat challenge with only one enemy creature, gain hope on all positioning rolls.
Oh, yeah, we got to do positioning checks. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. So everybody is a endurance check as far as the positioning rules go. And remember, it's the side who gets the overall highest number that stays in one place. So technically, Belbin is technically involved in that, but he skipped his turn, so it's with both. So he technically automatically fails. So Yuki and Zil make endurance skill checks for me.
So
12.
Even though Yuki's here, does that still give me hope because of my heavy bearing ability?
That does.
Great.
That's gonna be
14.
2.
Nice.
He gets moved back as he kind of backs away and disappears a little bit back into the shadows. Okay, Yuki.
Oh, initiative?
Yeah, prior initiative, everybody.
Okay, 11 for Yuki.
Okay.
11.
Luxalia.
5.
Okay. Belbin.
20.
Oh, that sounds like Belbin. Zil.
8.
That sounds like Zil. All right.
Yup. I didn't even roll terribly. I didn't roll
Can Thordain
great.
roll? Just cause?
Nah, I mean, you could roll if
Oh.
you want to. He's basically skipping down the hallway with Luxalia.
But what if he wants to carry Luxalia and be faster?
I don't think that'll make him faster.
Like he's got 55 movement speed.
He does. I like Chungo. Speaking of good names, the Chungo. Chungo
Yeah.
name is good.
Anyways.
Chungo was
All
good.
right. Well, never mind then. Anyways.
Belbin.
Boop. Fight me. Engage in a combat challenge.
Perfect. So he's going to go ahead and do that, which is going to bring us to him. He's going to look at Belbin, and he says, "You approach me. Fine." As he reaches out his hand, he grabs Belbin by the throat. Belbin, I'm going to have him make a faith survival check for me.
Belbin, do a barrel roll.
17.
He passes. He feels this cold grip around his neck as it begins to kind of close tighter and tighter. He can feel kind of like ice begin to fill his veins as he begins to kind of lose consciousness for a bit, but he's able to kind of recenter himself. And as he reaches out to push this creature away, his hands actually make contact, and the grasp is broken. The creature looks surprised. But yeah, he's going to just stay in the combat challenge. And then he is... I guess he can't do anything because that was his support action. All right. Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki is going to move around the backside. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right here and kind of flank him.
Okay.
So we can get... Oh! Did he move yet? Or did he attack yet?
No movement or attack. He's already gone in the combat round, but...
Oh, okay, yeah. She's gonna go here. Yep. And that's what she's doing.
Zill.
I'm gonna trapeze over here.
So he is officially trapped, meaning if he loses the positioning roll, everybody gets one free attack action on him.
Nice.
And I'm going to...
Can he go upstairs, or is he forbidden from going up there?
No, he can't move far enough away to get out of the radius of you guys.
Oh,
Isn't there
you go.
some action I can take, like a taunt or something like that?
Yeah, you can. Basically, what that is it's an influence skill check against his charisma survival check.
Rolled a 10.
Well, he got a 4, so yeah,
Nice.
he's taunted. So he's focusing his attentions on Zill.
Let's
He
go!
turns around and he says, "You, the cursed one." With his sword at the ready.
Cursed, nothing new. Bring it on.
Nothing
New nickname.
Luxalia.
Running.
Okay.
Just let me know when I get there.
Running.
Okay, you're officially on the
Look,
second
Sally,
level
why are you
of
so
Bottom Court.
slow?
35 is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I know. He was pretty good. Not Thordane, though. Thordane's just trotting behind you.
Yeah.
You are technically at
That's
the
true.
bottom of these stairs. You've got 2 turns until you're at the altar. 2 turns
Nice.
of sprint. All right. Well, that is a thing. So moving back up to the attack phase, Belbin, this is his turn.
Right, Belbin. He's punching, and he's punching a lot. Well, no, first.
Don't
Can he
forget
punch
to
this
use
thing?
his ring, because he's got extra damage with his ring.
Yes. First, he's going to use his arrow cutter attack art. So it's a D16 plus mind against the target's RV.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Mind. 14.
14 will hit.
Yes. So I deal 1d10. Where are my dice? Where'd my dice go? Plus something earth damage.
Okay. And then it's passive damage over time, right?
Yes. So, that is 10 earth damage
Okay.
plus damage over time 2 earth until the end of the combat.
Correct.
Ooh, nice.
I already applied it. Basically, it'll be every time that Belbin's turn in the attack phase comes around, will apply the damage.
Great. So that's one attack.
Okay.
Now he's gonna attack twice just with he's just gonna punch him.
Okay, perfect.
Does a 15 hit?
Physical?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Is there any reason to roll the physical damage or just roll the dark damage?
No, don't roll the physical damage. He's invincible to it. So all dark damage, including ring, gauntlets, or I guess the wraps.
Yeah. So he takes 5 dark damage
Okay.
for that attack, and then I've got one more. 16, 15 hits, so 16 should.
Yep.
And I can I reroll the dark damage if I need to?
Yeah.
Yep.
Since
Green.
Sneaky's there, because of their Ballard.
Concerto.
Good, because that went from a 3 to a 7. So 7
Woo!
dark damage.
Okay.
And that should be Belvin's turn.
All right, perfect. That brings us down to the
Scary
Wraith.
guy.
His eyes are focused on Zil, and he's going to go ahead and take 2 swipes. These are both going to be against RV.
Okay.
The first one is going to be a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Oh man. Whoom. And you just feel like this cold breeze as basically the sword phases through you both times. Dang, what is your RV, Zil?
15.
Okay. Holy crap. So he is thick. All right, well that brings us down to Yuki. That makes it nice and quick, nice and easy.
Yeah, Yuki's just going to make 4 attacks. The first one of the combo, so it's 2 combos. The first one is just going to be to hit to activate her Gilded Flame Blade, basically.
Yep.
So the first one's with her Refining Sword, though it doesn't matter.
Gotta make sure. You
hit-wise,
gotta make sure
matters.
it hits though first.
Yeah. It's a 23 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, and so then her second attack is going to be for the flame damage.
Mhm.
And that will be a 20 to hit.
20 hits. Yep.
Yep, and so that'll be 4 flame damage with that attack.
Okay.
So for a third attack, she's using her Void and Vorpal Broadsword, and she's going to use that same attack, basically, just to hit.
Okay.
And that will be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
And that will be now we're going to activate the flame blade again,
Mhm.
and that will be another 17 to hit,
Yep, that'll hit.
which will be another 4 flame damage. So, Woo, that's a lot of stamina. Nice.
And each time you just whack once with your sword, it just again phases through. But then you come back again with your flame blade, boom, it lights him on fire, and you hear him shriek gutturally every time this flame damage does strike him. Not the same response he gets when he gets hit by that dark damage, but definitely, yeah, he's not liking this. Zil, it's your turn.
This time we're going for a fist bump. I can't do anything.
I can't touch you. He's just freaking out this whole time. All right, cool. Which takes us to Luxalia, which is can't do anything at the end of the combat round, which means endurance checks. So that's gonna be 3 endurance checks against his. You guys have hope on yours since you are technically surrounding him.
Oh, nice.
So do I get double hope?
It's just single hope.
Oh man.
So 13 for Yuki.
14 for Belbin. And 17 for Zil.
Ooh, what is Zil's score? Because I got a 17 too. What is his endurance score?
Just the skill?
Yeah, skill score.
2.
2. I have a 3. So I end up winning that combat, meaning everybody gets pushed back by.
Dang it.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, I thought I was going to be done for there. Okay, anyways, with that brings us to the top of the next combat round, meaning everybody rolls priority initiative.
Nice, nice.
Okay, Belbin.
13.
Okay, Yuki.
10.
Okay, Zil.
8.
Okay, and Luxalia.
9.
Okay. All right, starting with our Wraith, this combat round. He is... No, he will do this.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
He's
He
going
won't do that.
to
Nope. Nope.
initiate a combat challenge here with Zil and Yuki, and he's going to imbue his blade with darkness again.
Nice. Solid.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Yep. Okay. Moving down to Belbin.
Right, Belvin. That's still registering that that's me. Boop, boop, boop. We don't get a road rest
That is
while we're in.
correct, Cole. Someone would have to be part of an established royal family, unless, I guess you could be like a more regional lord, I would say, as opposed to like a grand, like a land lord, like not land, like a major lord, like a royal family. So like, for example, like a good example of that would be like Lord Richard. He's technically like the nephew of King Alexander III. And so you could like create like your own small royal families, like
Lord Richard, Viscount of Caleb.
Yep, Viscount of Caleb, or yeah, like things like that. So
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Lady
you could do that
Helena.
if you wanted to.
Nice.
Exactly.
Question.
Yes.
We're not going to get a road rest in here, are we? Oh,
No,
we
you do
could.
not. No dungeons. You
Okay.
do not get rests.
Second question. Has Belbin used his time rush ability at all in this dungeon?
He has
Does anybody
no.
know? Great, he's
No.
going to use it. Which just allows him to take his attack, one attack now,
Perfect.
instead of during the attack phase.
Perfect.
Does a 23 hit?
A 23 absolutely hits.
Is the concerto still up, Yuki?
It is, yeah.
Great. Okay, I rolled a 4 and then a 4. So he takes 4 dark damage.
Okay. Perfect.
So that is Belbin's turn.
And that is going to bring us to Yuki. So technically, you're in a combat challenge right now. The only thing you can do is get
Yuki's
closer.
gonna use. Yeah, the Yuki's gonna try to use a support action to break that combat challenge.
Perfect.
Break out of that. Okay, what is that? The agility?
Yep. It's going to be a dexterity skill check.
Oh, dexterity. Okay. Okay. 13.
I got nat 16, so you do not
Oh!
break from that.
Oh, fine. She's going to go here, then moving
Okay,
closer
you have
and
surrounded him, meaning you get hope on the positioning checks now.
nice.
Perfect. Cool. And then with that, we go to Luxalia, which I'm assuming we're getting a sprint on.
Yeah.
All the way up here. Cool. All right. Which brings us to the combat, the attack phase. All right. Well, he's gonna make 2 spins. So first spin.
Well, Belvin goes first.
No. Wraith goes first.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
He
Alright.
initiated the combat challenge. So he's going to make
Oh
2
my.
spins. All 3
Mind.
of you guys are going to have you make a faith survival check. Or mind survival checks for me.
Good. That's better for Yuki anyway. 17 for Yuki.
They both rolled a 10, but what are their modifiers? Belbin got a 14, Zil got a 13.
Okay, all 3 of you pass. You take 7 points of dark damage. I'm going to have you repeat those checks.
Okay.
Does this count as our armor getting hit for experience purposes?
Technically, yes.
Great.
It's an attack.
This is a
It
14
kind of
for Yuki.
bypasses the armor, but it counts as getting a hit.
Belbin got a 12. Zill got a 10.
Okay, and what was Yuki's?
14
14.
or 13. 13.
All right.
What was it? No, it's 14. 13.
Whoever
Sorry.
got the 10 did not pass, but everyone
Oh,
else passed.
gosh.
Was that Zill again?
It was.
All right, that's 11 points of dark damage to Zill, and that's going to be 5 points of dark damage to Belbin and Yuki.
Woohoo.
All right, that's all he can do. Let's jump down to Belbin.
I get to attack. I get to attack twice.
And he's going to take his 2 damage.
I'm just gonna roll both attacks right now. Is that okay?
Yep, go ahead.
First one, 13.
Okay. That hits.
Second one, 16.
That hits too.
Both of them do?
Both of them hit.
Wonderful.
He's scary though. He's got grossness.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah, he's zombie man.
6 dark damage on one.
Okay.
We're gonna re-roll that. 5 dark damage on the second.
All right. Slowly his life is ticking down little by little. All right, cool. We're gonna jump on to Yuki.
Yeah, she's repeating the process with the sword. So the first hit,
Is this a combo, Yuki?
it is. So the first, it's 2 combos. So it's a hit and then combo into Flame Blade, and then a hit and then combo into Flame Blade.
And is it considered a weapon attack?
Yes.
It is. Both of them are. Yep.
Great.
Yep. So that first one is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, she'll roll again. Okay, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that will do 8 flame damage. Or 4 flame damage, but he's weak to it, so 8.
Yep.
Then the second combo.
Mhm.
So the first hit is a 20 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then the second attack is a 14 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, and that's another 8 damage
Perfect.
total.
Which ends it with Zill.
Thumbs up.
All right, go ahead and make endurance skill checks for me. You guys have hope on yours. Has a 12.
Okay, 15 for Yuki.
So you guys
9 for
automatically win.
Belbin.
Meaning-
Dirty 16 for Zill.
Everybody gets 1 free attack action against.
Although here's the question: can we any of us damage him? What is it? A weapon attack? Is it a weapon attack or just any attack action?
It's a weapon attack.
Belbin's Rop Skin.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay,
Feel
well,
free to
doesn't-
smack.
it
with
doesn't
Belbin.
matter.
I rolled a 15 on the dice, so like a
Can you-
24.
Can
hit,
Yuki
yeah,
kick him?
Yeah, you could try to kick. It's like you're like kick and slash, and it just goes right through him, phasing right through.
I was 1 off of a crit,
Okay.
but I did roll max damage, so that's 8 dark damage.
Okay. And with that, that's going to bring us to the end of the combat round. Everybody roll for combat initiative. And then you
How
guys
is he
back off by 1.
Still fighting.
Well, you guys are like doing very tick-tacky damage to him because everything's halved.
Except for Yuki.
Right.
Yeah, except for
Yuki's
Yuki's like
dealing some
8
damage.
damage per combat round, so it's kind of like...
No. 16 damage per combat round.
You're right. 16. Per attack.
16. It's better than nothing.
Okay, got that. Belbin.
22.
Oh, that's looking more like Belbin. Yuki.
15.
Okay. Luxalia.
10.
Perfect. And Zill.
12.
12. Okay. The next combat round initiates, and we are starting with Belbin.
Of course we are. Bum-ba-dum. Booga booga.
All right, initiate that combat challenge. Yuki.
I don't think he's got it.
Same thing. She's gonna go back in and
Booga booga.
initiate with him.
All right, Zill.
Booga booga. But he's gonna try to taunt him.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Yep, you successfully taunt him. Which is good you did
How
that.
quick question: How long does heroic concerto last? Because it doesn't say.
I think it's just until the end of the combat round or the end of the combat.
Okay. There you go.
So,
Oh, interesting.
Very nice.
cool, because it turns into the trait. So I think the trait just is active until the end of the combat. All right, cool.
Oh wow.
Luxalia.
I'm running.
Run into the room, and you see that the room itself is completely dark from the phantom creature from the floor above as he came through her earlier. However, as you do so, you see all kinds of shadowy figures that are kind of lining the outskirts of the room where all of the sconces are. They all seem to be looking up at the sconces, but as soon as you and Thordain rush into the middle of the room, they all turn their heads to you, and they begin to slowly walk or glide their way over in your direction.
Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no.
These are the same shadow creatures that you saw in the second room that you guys saw here with like.
No, so they're not evil. They're just chilling.
Oh, okay.
They're just chilling.
That's just what you noticed.
Okay.
You are able to make your way up to the central part of the altar. I know you committed the prayer to memory too.
Yeah, I did.
So you can, as long as you start placing these crystals, you can start the ritual.
Sweet, I will do so.
Which brings us to the Wraith. He is going to reach out his arm and attempt to grasp Zill.
Nice.
He just goes,
Go get taken to jail, Zill.
I'm sick of you, cursed one. As he grabs, that is going to be a faith survival check.
Good luck, buddy. That's a 22.
Oh!
That's going to be a 12. You successfully pass. And he says, no, why isn't it working? You can tell
I just
getting
look back at
frustrated.
him. I just look back at him, and in void, who's cursed now, buddy?
Okay, we're at the attack phase, starting with Belbin.
He be punching.
Okay. Oh, and he takes damage, just to begin with.
2 earth damage.
2 earth damage.
20.
20 will hit.
That'll be 5 dark damage.
And as Belbin punches him, again, these dark punches, boom, it's kind of like this, like the dark wraps kind of cascade around kind of the shadowy figure. And as it begins to do so, the dark becomes flames as he begins to burn. Goes, no, and he begins to like reach out as if to grab the punch midair, but his hand kind of passes through, and he begins to sink into the ground as the flames begin to consume him. And he says, "No, I'll be back." As he gets sucked into the ground. That is
Exercise.
Whoa.
Heck yeah. Nice.
Well, that's the end of the combat. So
Wait. What caused that? Was that me?
that was
Damage.
Belbin's damage.
Oh. Sick.
Nope, that's the end of combat.
All
All right. Well, that was nice. Shall we go see where Luxalia and Thordain are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We run down the hall.
As you begin rushing, you see in the process as you make your way kind of to the central throne room that Luxalia and Thordain did not bother lighting any of these lights on their way. So you kind of feel your way through, kind of, it's pretty easy to see, and you make your way back down towards the central chamber. However, back down to kind of Luxalia and Thordain, the two of you begin to divvy out the 3 crystals amongst yourselves, and you begin to place them where you had originally intended to, basically where they fit. And so,
Thordain, could you get some light in here? That would be great.
Thordain, he takes a torch out of his bag and he lights it. And he goes around and he starts lighting the braziers. And as he does so, the shadow creatures, they kind of recoil at first, but then they begin to, each of them, kind of gaze at the flames that are there at each of the 6 different locations where the sconces are. They're like central pillars that kind of light the middle of here. Here, we can actually take a look here. These central pillars. So I guess technically there's 12 of them, but Thordain lights the interior ones first. And
Nice.
they kind of just line themselves up and just like they seem to be more interested in the flickering flame than they are at you at this point.
Nice.
So yeah, as you begin to place them, right as that begins to happen, Belbin, out of breath, Belbin, Zil, and Yuki come running into the main chamber.
Is it going okay in here?
Yeah. Is
How can
Thordain
we
a
help?
tracker? What is he again?
He's a tracker, yeah.
That's a
Okay.
It's pretty good. Well, we at least for now we got rid of the creepy guy. He wasn't very happy. He kept trying to take Zil to prison.
Oh. Well,
Also-
Zil, I'm glad you had a good lawyer.
Luxalia, can you do? He kept saying I was cursed. Can
Well,
you
are
do
you?
anything about that?
I mean, I'm not a priest, so no.
Thordain's like, let me look to see if I have any tinctures of sorts. And he's gonna look to see
I
if
don't
he's got
think
anything.
tinctures are gonna help curses, Thordain.
Well, you never know.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't know. I'm just looking to see if I have anything.
Also,
Yuki's gonna hand him some herbs, and Yuki's like, "Can you rub these on my wounds?" And Thordain's like, but of course." The reason is because if he uses herbs to heal, there's an extra D4 or an extra +4 to the
Nice.
healing. So, because he's good
Sweet.
at it. Yeah. Anyways, he
Oh.
doesn't have anything for you, Zil.
well, could you use these herbs on me too? I'll take that.
Okay.
So it's a +4 to the roll.
It's just a +4 to whatever it is. So I'm gonna use 2 of my reliable healing herbs, which heal 1d12.
I'm
each,
choosing one simple
+4
healing
each.
herb.
And
on Belbin's sheet, Max, do you mind going in there and telling me where which cell he has imported his HP and stuff? It should be AF16.
AFAG 16 and 17
AFAG16 for his HP.
for the current.
Yeah, weird. I'm getting an error message on my thing that it says cannot find the range or sheet for the imported range. Kind of weird. Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. Let's not worry about that right now. I was just curious if he was
It's
just
currently
importing
at
the right-
60. If you need to know.
Okay, no worries. Cool. And with that, you all look around as you begin healing up. All of these crystals are in place, and Luxalia makes her way kind of towards like the central dais. Who is currently holding the flame orb?
I guess we could stivy him. Oh, the flame orb. Oh, Yuki
Is
had it.
Me? No,
Yuki had it.
Yuki.
No, Yuki had it because she was the one doing the exploring. Yeah. So she goes over to Yuki or Luxalia and says, "Do you need this, Luxalia? I wasn't sure."
Let me think about it.
Also,
Do I need it, baby?
You're unsure. Basically, what you had learned from this is basically you don't know how to like change like the specific sphere, but you do know how to imbue mana into these crystals. So probably not.
I don't think so, but I'll let you
Okay,
know if
well-
that changes.
Okay, I have it. It's still glowing like purple, right?
Yeah, like barely. But yeah, still a little bit
Okay.
purple.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. And with that, Luxalia, do you want to begin your incantation?
Yep.
Cool.
I thought I already did.
Oh, we'll say you're doing it now. So as you begin to recite, it's basically 4 paragraphs in length, and it is in the Alamnic tongue as you begin to kind of almost more of like a chant. There's a rush of wind, kind of similar to the breeze that you felt with like the skeleton guy, but it begins to start swirling around you. And as you continue to chant, Luxalia, I think for anybody else it would like look a little bit odd, but you begin to kind of start glowing a little bit from within, kind of in like the heart area. And this kind of blue energy comes out of your chest as you begin to speak, and it hovers over the central basically place where you would put the scripture there. And it begins to break apart into 6 different pieces, and then immediately they shoot to all the different crystals, and the crystals begin to glow their different kind of elemental forms. And as they do so, you can see that there's something that's like different about these crystals. I'm going to have everybody that's not Luxalia go ahead and make a wisdom skill checks for me.
Oh.
Wisdom skill check. Sorry, I had to step away.
Yep, wisdom skill
Yeah.
checks.
So 21 for Thordane.
Okay.
Dirty 16 for Zill.
Okay.
5 for Belbin.
Okay.
And that's a 12 for Yuki.
All right. So, Zill, you immediately, and Thordane too, begin to feel kind of like this rush of mysterious energy, some unlike you've ever felt before. You look at the crystals, each of you flanked on either side of Luxalia, and they begin to fill. And the crystals that should be filled in their element begin to be filled with kind of this energy that's a mixture of blue/purple, unlike you've ever seen before. It is clear that this is pure mana that is being siphoned into these. This is a very, very powerful, potent form of mana.
Whoa. Is it coming from Luxalia?
Well, the ritual that's being performed.
No, but is the mana coming from Luxalia?
She's not losing mana. No, it's just the spoken the spoken word. It is clear whatever a ritual this is, it seems ancient, it seems benevolent. And you all kind of, your hearts begin to be lifted even in the darkness. And each of these crystals begin to glow, and you see that the shadowy figures, they look and away from the flames that they are currently looking at towards the ritual that is happening. And as this is happening, each of those individual creatures, they seem to kind of shimmer a little bit. They're no longer dark and shadowy forms as they begin to manifest what look to be no longer spectral appearances, but in fact human-like appearances. They're unable to speak as they just like look, but you gaze upon what look to be adventurers in clad in all kinds of armor. I'm gonna have Belbin and Yuki make physical skill checks, or not physical. Oh my gosh, wisdom skill checks for me.
14 for Yuki.
9.
Yuki, you are able to deduce that these are most likely the lost souls of the adventurers that have been trapped down here from the first Council of the Keys. Their task has been completed, and as you kind of deduce this, you see that immediately flashes of blue light begin to fill from the same location, kind of in their heart area that came out of Luxalia, and all 6 of them together just vanish.
Well, I have a feeling those adventurers were from the first party. What did you do, Luxalia? They're gone now.
Yes. I pray they are with Alamnia now in Landisfrain. Wait, is it Landisfrain? Am I right?
Yep.
Yes, that's what I meant and said.
And as that happens, these kind of almost like pulsating mana crystals They give off, like I said, this benevolent glow. I'm gonna have all of you make faith survival checks for me.
So Belbin's opportunity. Faith.
Alvin rolled real well too.
11.
Belvin got a 17.
Okay.
Zil got a 15.
Okay.
No, 14.
13.
Okay.
Not great.
13 for Thordain too.
Anybody who got between a 10 to a 16, you can go ahead and remove 5 points of misery. Anybody who got a 16 or technically 17 or higher, they can remove 8 points of misery.
Wow.
Thordain's
Does
virtuous.
that work in virtue as well, or just removing
You
misery?
basically like gain points up towards the maximum. So you lose points in a neutral and it's not misery at that point. Basically,
yeah.
like you're losing.
Yeah.
So, yep, you're working your way
I
up towards
got you.
virtue.
Was
Thordain's
Belbin able
virtuous.
to get out of Vice?
What was that?
Yeah.
Was Belbin able to get out of Vice?
Oh no.
Let's take a look. Do you see his
'Cause
character sheet where his misery is?
I don't know. It says neutral on the bottom.
Well, yeah, it all says neutral.
Oh,
He was in Vice, so you got to go
Was in
down.
Vice.
You got to tick down.
Give me 1 second.
so was he counting up or down? Do you know,
Should be counting
He
down.
was
right?
counting down. He was counting down.
guys? Either way, 8 is enough because he's at 3 of 11.
Is
Right.
he
I think
virtuous?
Belbin's neutral.
or
Oh.
neutral.
He's neutral. Put an N next to it so he knows.
How do you get out of neutral into virtuous?
Basically, just reduce the so it's kind of similar to the way that virtue is, where you as you gain points of misery, like you lose stacks. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's just like the opposite direction until you get into. It's like a sliding
Okay,
scale.
I've been counting the other way this whole time.
How many points are there in neutral?
However
As
many
much
points
as-
your faith modifier is.
Oh.
I've been counting down, so it's like when I hit 0 is when I would go virtuous.
Correct.
Okay, I'm 2 away.
Wait, are you in Vice?
No, I'm in neutral. I'm 2 away from virtue.
But as this is happening, Belbin kind of looks at this, and his eyes glaze over to a degree, almost as if there is he sees something that is touching him specifically in this moment. And as he kind of brings himself to, he feels a sense of calm, a sense of peace. The demons in his head no longer continue to speak to him as loud.
Skoginu.
Meaning,
What?
when Connor comes back, we need to remind him that he no longer needs to roll for making decisions anymore.
Nice.
That was a Vice. I thought that was just a Belbin thing.
Nope, that's a Vice thing.
nice.
Because basically, when you get into Vice, like you're unable to like make those choices like towards virtue like as easily. So to represent that, it's kind of like the conflicting of like it's kind of more like up to chance of whether you're gonna pick something or not. It kind of helps with like the role playing aspect of it, because it's like of course I want to do something that's virtuous and I want to do that, but it gives it more of like I'm forced to do something that like I personally don't want to do as a player, but it would make sense for my character.
I thought
And when
that
you're
was
in
just how
virtue,
Connor
you get
chose
hope
to
on
play
everything.
Belbin.
Specifically when it comes to these kinds of checks, yes, you're in virtue. So
Oh, what? I haven't been doing that the whole time. What the
Oh
heck?
my gosh. Let me see if it would have been better. Nope. All right.
I'm maxed out anyways, so.
Guys, Belbin is
I'm not.
neutral. What a good day.
Well, you've got more faith points to use than I do. I don't have that many.
I know. Mine I go up to 16.
yeah, that's the danger of like not having as much faith is you the chances of like if you get into Vice, like you have a long way to go before like you technically lose your character. And also if you're like high in virtue, you have a long way to go before you lose virtue. So yeah,
That's
kinda
like the
having
gamble of having low faith because it's quick to change.
it is quick to
You
change.
can get
but
into
it's
virtue a lot
also
easier.
Very quick to go down or go up. So
Yeah.
gotta be careful.
Yes.
But anyways, as this is happening, Belbin kind of feels like this like internal change in himself. But the mana crystals, they go, they pulse, boom, brighter, boom, brighter, boom, brighter, almost as if like kind of like a flashes like something's gonna explode, and then immediately like the entire room lights up in this brilliant blue, and it eventually gets sucked back into the crystals and down into the ground. This intricate pattern that's in the ground all begins to light up in blue, and it shoots out these front doors into kind of this central basin. Where you see what look to be water, almost kind of like a spiritual magical water, begin to erupt out of it, out of the top of it, and presented at the very top of this fountain, basically like this like three-pronged claw begins to rise up.
What's on the three-pronged claw?
I think we'll have to get closer to see.
Is that where we put the big orb?
I don't know.
Let's go
But
try.
it's beautiful. Thank you, Alamnia, for letting me be a vessel of your grace.
You are welcome,
Amanda.
my child.
Wow. That's a first.
Alamnia speaks. That's good. All right, we go to the courtyard.
You make your way out, and at this point, the water is filling so fast it begins to spill over the sides and into the magma. And the magma itself begins to steam, and the ground itself around it begins to harden.
Nice.
As this basically lava pool begins to basically dry up, as it were. But the fountain keeps on going.
Wow.
Yuki flies up and puts the orb on the prongs.
And you do so, and it fits almost perfectly. In fact, the kind of the three iron rings that kind of like wrap around it seem to fit perfectly. There's small tiny grooves where like it like fits into like the three prongs. You're able to place it down, and as you do so, the water itself begins to kind of lap up against the bottom of this sphere, and the purple energy that fills it, the dim purple energy that begins to fill it, turns bright blue, the same blue as the water, and there is basically like a large light beam that begins to shoot forward towards the doors, and the doors themselves begin to open little by little. To the point where you are able to see what looks to be a long, dark tunnel. The water starts to spill down the steps, down in towards the into the area as the water begins to overflow. And then all of a sudden, the water stops and everything goes dark. There's not a glow anymore from the magma that's around. It's ultimately darker overall, but the way forward has been revealed.
Wow.
I wonder, Zil, turning to Zil, if we can turn this obsidian that has been created into anything useful.
Bill just kind of goes, knocks on it.
It is definitely solidified. I don't know if it's precious rock, but definitely volcanic rock.
Okay.
I don't know if this is within my skill. I'm a metal worker,
Let's
not a
just-
stone carver.
It's
I
very
guess
actually.
it's
It's
true.
very akin to like the stone rock and structures that Flamongolith is built out of, or Flomberge is built out of.
You know
Cool.
what we need? We need one of them Earth Shia fairies.
Yes, I agree.
Although, I've heard this might be really good for, oh, how do they say it? Those refined spa folk.
Oh, yes.
Exfoliate?
Oh, something you've never done, Zil. Yes, exfoliation.
Thordain
Yeah.
strokes his chin as he thinks deeply about this, and he's like, "I do think you're right, Luxalia. We should have brought Toli with us.
Yes.
We could extract this and send it to Domon Onsen. They could use it to exfoliate down at the onsen there. This is
Yes.
ancient rock."
Does Dolmen Onsen even exist anymore?
That's the other question.
You have to have hope, Zil, for these things.
If not, I know plenty of onsens Silverwood.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yes.
There you go. Anyways, off we go then down this dark hallway.
I think we're supposed to go that way.
All right, we got Yuki lights her torch again as she goes down.
What is the marching order of this? As Thordane
I'm in
he
front.
still has his
I'll be in the
torch up.
middle.
I will lead the
Oh.
rear.
Okay,
I'm the tallest
I'll
of
be
everybody.
I'll be right behind Zil.
And Belbin's just quiet this whole time.
You okay, Belbin?
He nods his head and he says, "Yeah, I think so. I think I'm good."
You look good.
He looks down at himself. He's like, "So you prefer with the hair? It's been a few months." And his little sprouts of hair has been beginning to grow on him
I
again.
meant like emotionally, spiritually, physically. You repulse me as always.
He covers himself and he says, "Don't look into my soul. I'm vulnerable."
Yes. Anyway.
It does actually get a bit cooler in this just immediate vicinity as you pass through the gates, but you begin to walk down this long stair into a long winding path, and probably about 10 or so minutes do pass, and it's not just a straight long path. It seems to be almost as if you're kind of walking in one large circle, and there is a slight kind of decline as far as the gradient goes, and it goes further and further downwards. The cooler air begins to leave you, and it begins to grow hotter and hotter and hotter until after about 10 minutes, as I had mentioned, you see a dim glowing light at the far, basically around the corner. It seems to be you are approaching another area.
Nice.
Press on.
I guess so. Just be careful if there's a dragon at the end of it.
I'm gonna have all of you make fortitude survival checks, and they could be made with hope because of the cloaks that you are wearing.
Wait, there could be a dragon? Let's go!
Okay.
Oh,
Albin.
hope is
15
good.
for Yuki and 13 for Thordane.
Belvin got a nat 16 for a 22.
Woo!
And Zil got a 20.
And looks like
Luxalia got a 15 for a 22.
you're
No, 22. Nat 15 for 22.
Wow, that 15 for
Sorry.
22. I like it.
Yeah.
You, as you get closer and closer to the opening, you don't feel as affected by the just severe heat that is here. Whether it's the fact that your spirits were raised while you were back in the keep up above, but you seem to be having a bit of encouragement as you continue walking through this opening. And as you pass through, your torches no longer serve any purpose, as you are currently in the center of a crater, the crater of the volcano. There is a small kind of plinth in the center of this volcano that seems to be hosting something large, something massive. And there is a small bridge that walks over, that basically makes its way over to the center. In the center, you see glittering gold scales and the sound of labored breathing. And upon you, you see, with eyes closed, the large ancient dragon from the beginning and the creation of Everlast, of Nazrahim, the gold dragon.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Zil is so excited.
We can't fight him. We'll
He's
die.
huge.
Fight him? Why do you want to fight him?
I don't know.
I want to go
No.
make friends.
Yeah, I would love that as well, but like he looks kind of scary.
How big is he in comparison to Smoldran?
Smoldran looks like a baby compared to him.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This
feel
may
like-
be the only thing that could potentially rival the sheer size of this creature. is Azale Doom.
And Kegel on the black.
Yeah, and as you look
Wait, is
towards
Doom's the sea monster?
the large sea monster that was underneath.
Oh, I didn't know that was that big.
Yeah, it's huge, gigantic. But this large dragon, he's curled up sleeping. And you can see that he's kind of created not necessarily it's kind of like a nest made out of rock that he's kind of surrounded himself with, but his breaths, with every breath, you can feel from all the distance that you are away, like heat waves coming from like his nostrils as he breathes outwardly towards you.
It's not natural breathing either. It's like labored.
Yeah, it's relatively labored, and I'm gonna have all of you make a wisdom skill check. And while we do that, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We're done. We're done for.
Make one wrong move and
All right,
you're
if you
done
guys
for.
will mute yourselves, we'll be right back in a couple minutes. And we're back. Thanks for your patience,
From
everybody.
outer space.
Okay, so skill checks. What did everybody get?
Yuki got a 17.
Okay.
Thordain got a 13.
10.
10. And Zil. / Belvin. Oh, can't hear ya.
Zill doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh.
He got a nat 1.
Zil's enamored by the dragon that's right in front of him.
What check was it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
So Belbin got a 5.
Oh my gosh.
Belbin just like looks at Belbin and Zil look at like this giant beast that is in front of them, and they become mesmerized. Whether it's the shining gold glistening off of the scales, the most pure gold you have ever seen, or whether it is the fact that like the enormity of this creature. Zil is probably more fascinated. Belbin feels a sense of terror deep in the center of his soul. Something so ancient. This is, chances are, probably the most ancient thing that any of you have ever set your eyes on, even more ancient than Belbin. And
Wow. Saying
Talia,
something.
you look up at the crater's edge, and you see that it goes for what looks like a mile all the way to the ceiling. You see that a very, very small opening at the very top of the crater. And it's probably quite a large opening, but it just seems so far away. And the heat itself is so oppressive as well. There's no way something this big could fit through that, but that just goes to show the scale. Yuki, what was your score? Your roll?
17.
And what was Thordain's?
13.
13. Thordain, he looks over to his right, and he sees that there is a large magma, basically waterfall that is cascading down into what looks to be a large central, well, not central, a large kind of circular hole. It's deep enough to where it's not filling, but it looks to be as if whatever the source of the magma seems to be coming from here. He looks up and he sees what looks to be a large red pillar, basically in this general area, rising up, piercing through the ceiling, as it were, and it's radiating. This is likely the flame pillar. And Yuki, you begin to hear something. Something in your, almost as if it's like a whisper, and it says,
It's free real estate.
I could smell you from a mile away. In Draken, he says this.
Oh.
The voice says, and he says,
Oh.
you must leave this place. And as you look up at the dragon, you see that one eye is open. A crystal blue eye is gazing straight at you.
Yuki kind of gestures to the rest of the party, and she kind of gets down on one knee and bows. Very gracious bow.
Oh,
And says, "Ah, great Nazrahim. We have been sent by the current leader of the Gold Dragon, King Nalgorod Kragheim, to check on the flame pillar and to see if there's any trouble. Unfortunately, things are not going well on the outside world."
Did you not hear me?
Curtsy.
When he shuts, like this large flame bursts through from his mouth as it goes in this direction. I'm gonna have all of you make agility survival checks.
Dodge.
Oh no. Why?
TPK.
Okay, not terrible. Okay. 22 for Thoradin and a 14 for Yuki.
dirty 16
19.
from Belvin and a 19 from Zill.
This doesn't
Oh,
seem
guys, we rolled so well.
so well. It doesn't seem like this was directed specifically at you, almost as if just in a general direction. You could probably deduce from this that this is just a warning shot, as to prevent you from getting any closer.
Mhm. And Yuki speaks up again. This is all in Draken, and she says, "We meant you no harm, great Nazrin. We were here for your own sake and for your own benefit. We had recently encountered Smoldran, your offspring, and he said that things were not going well down here. Is there anything we can assist you with?"
His eye slowly closes, and he resumes his sleeping position, and he begins to speak, this time addressing the whole group. It's no longer this whisper. It's a large, booming voice. As he rests, the heat from his nostrils just comes out and just radiates towards you, almost as if kind of like warding away. And he says, in common, or ever speech, he says, "You made the journey down below to warn me of events above. Speak what you know."
Yuki's going to give the stage to whoever wants to speak.
Yeah. Oh, you, Yuki.
That's
Zill.
on me.
You got it.
Zill first kind of bows a little bit lower and he's like, I am a big fan. It's so good to meet you.
You hear a deep. You reek of mana and void. What is your name?
Zill. And this is all in Draken.
Okay.
Oh,
Why, you know Draken?
Yeah.
he does.
What the heck?
That's how he can talk with the dragons.
His
So
eye
random,
opens,
right?
His eye opens again, and he looks at you, and he says, "Zill, you must leave this place." And his eye closes. And he says that in Draken. in response.
We're also here for another purpose, even though I'm so honored to meet you. We were set on this path when we came across an emissary of LaFonte trying to siphon the Earth Pillar, and we realized all the pillars are in danger.
And Yuki chimes in and says, in fact, the earth pillar or the flame pillar up above has been gushing lava out of the top of the volcano for quite some time now, completely changing Flamberge above. And the power itself has fluctuated and weakened to a certain extent.
Yeah, Thordane, he's the one who was looking at the flame pillar, and his eyes haven't moved from it then. And you can see that there is definitely a waning of the power. At least he can see there's definitely a waning of the power. It still seems mighty and forceful as far as the energy that's there, but there's almost like a flicker to it, as opposed to from what you've seen in the Earth Pillar, kind of this strong, like manic resonance that comes from it. There's almost kind of like a pulsating, like it's like growing dimmer. And he says, "Is that so?" He says this in the Ever speech, and he says, "Please come forward, all of you."
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Alumnia, protect us.
Dragons, harpies, and
Yeah,
axe beaks. Why?
okay. We process forward
Okay.
respectfully.
You walk forward about halfway, closer towards him. And as you do so, Thordane again kind of bringing up the rear here, again, the heat becomes almost unbearable even in your cloaks. And his eye opens, and in Draken he says, "Stop no closer."
Right. We stop.
Red light.
His eye closes again, and in common speech, or the Ever speech, he says to everybody, "You must help me."
Oh, now we must help them. I see.
That is why we came. How can we help, O Great One?
You must free me. You must free me from this prison.
I
Yeah.
don't see any bars or chains. How is this a prison?
His eye opens, and in Draken he says, "Leave this place." And he throws out another, basically flame fireball. I'm going to have you all make agility survival checks.
Oh, we're not gonna do as well this time.
No, Balvin's
Oh
not.
my gosh. Luke said this is where Luxalia dies.
For being witty.
Dang it.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Well, it was nice knowing y'all.
Belvin got a 9.
Okay.
Zill got a 14. Freaking
Yuki
chunky
got-
click clack.
Yuki got a 13 and Thordane got a 21.
And looks like you got a what?
Not 1 for a 5.
Oh no.
Everybody who got below a 12
Dies.
instantly. Everybody who got below a 12 receives 36 points of flame damage.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
However,
Yeah,
this is not a direct hit. This looks to be as if it's attempting to be thrown in your general direction, but away from you.
Holy
Yuki wheels around towards where the flame was going towards.
It's in your general direction, so it's basically here, but it's up above. It just is enough.
Oh, I
to
thought he was throwing
signal.
at something else. And Yuki in Draken speaks back and is like, Pardon the tongue of my companion. She's not used to meeting such magnificent beings. We did not mean any harm of it. What we meant is we don't see anything necessarily chaining you down right here. How can we help you get out of here?
Wait. Yuki.
All right, yeah, yeah.
And Zil starts whispering. He seems to have different personalities when he speaks Draken versus Common.
This might be the case, although I don't know if that might just be a feeling or a...
Is that the prison he speaks of?
his dragon nature? I mean, it's nothing that we can break out of necessarily, but maybe you're onto something.
But
And
I wonder
so,
if something is fighting for control of his body.
although by speaking in Everspeech, Luxali spoke in Everspeech, and he got incredibly angry at that. So I
But
think
he
I should.
responded in Draken. He asks for help in Common or Everspeech, and he tells us to leave in Draken.
What about Alamnik? Oh,
I don't-
great one in Alamnik.
Oh no!
Do you speak Alamnik?
As you say this, your voice again, kind of almost sing-songy, begins to ring throughout the cavern, and his eye opens at the sound of this, and he says, "Who speaks?" in Draken.
And Yuki translates.
It is I, Luxalia of the Silverwood, and we seek to help you so that we may help the Flame Pillar. Please, pray tell us, how can we help you, and what is your prison that we may know how to help you out of it?
No, you can help me by leaving this place. Again in Draken.
All right, Yuki translates. Yuki, can she make like any sort of like knowledge check or check to see if there's any like wound on him that he's nurturing or anything like that
Make
from
a
the
wisdom
distance?
skill check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going to heal.
It's just on the side, you pull
I
out
think-
like a flask, and you're just like...
Belvin needs it too.
Yes, of course.
Let's see. Okay, that's a 15
Oh,
wisdom skill check.
As you look at him, he doesn't seem to be wounded in any ways. If anything, his scale coat seems strong. It seems firm. But it doesn't really show. Like he seems weaker than what he seems weaker than like what his physical form shows.
Okay. Yuki's gonna look around and see if she sees any sources of void, kind of like how something was siphoning from the Earth Pillar.
Okay.
And Thordain's looking for this too, obviously, because he's looking at the Earth Pillar, seeing if there's anything that is voided in the area that's.
The two of them,
happens.
both Yuki and Thordain can make elemental skill checks. And as that's happening, his eye closes, and he says, in Everspeech, You without the shirt.
Yes.
Come, approach me.
Oh, you're an eye.
Oh no.
I guess he goes. I don't know. I don't feel qualified to make this decision.
I cast Mana Mending twice, by the way.
Okay.
And I cast it on myself, and everyone within 10 feet also heals.
Yep, that's
So hopefully
everybody.
before Belvin walks up. So that's 23 points of healing.
Wait. I'm gonna 23 points
Yes.
over 2 costs.
Yeah.
Can Belbin use spiritual resonance?
And what does that do exactly? It doubles
It's a
the healing?
reflex support action that doubles healing for 1 mana.
Yeah, he can do that.
So he's gonna
Nice.
spend 2 mana to heal 46 points.
Nice.
As he does so, he kind of gains like this like fortitude to move forward in the presence of this almighty creature. He walks forward till he's about 15 feet from the dragon, and again the heat is almost overwhelming, almost as if like the embers from the nostrils begin to singe the fur of his tail and his ears, and he stops and he kind of gives like a short bow, and the dragon, looking at him, or not looking at it, I mean, his eyes are closed, says, "That is close enough. What is your name?"
My name is Belbin.
My name is Jeff.
Belvin. What a interesting name. Belvin. I sense a lingering grief in you. Have you been unburdened recently?
This is the best I've felt in a while. Still mad at some people. But just recently it felt like things are gonna get a little easier.
A deep inhale. His head, again, down, kind of like facing like Belvin, but laying down. He slowly moves his large paw forwards, about 5 feet, about here. And he says, "Belvin, unburden me." And you can tell, like, this is a very, like, labored call. Almost as if it's reaching out, asking for help. I'm going to have Belbin make a mind survival check for me.
Oh dear.
Do you want Thordan and Yuki's
Yes,
scores?
elemental skill check.
Skill check. So Thordan got a 7,
Okay.
and Yuki got a 14.
Okay. Definitely there is a sense of mana. Heavy mana in this area. Not quite as much as when you had basically done the crystals back up there, but you can definitely tell that it is coming from the direction of the pillar.
But nothing sinister.
Well, so the mana itself seems to be moving in a general direction, and Yuki, you can kind of pull from this. It seems to be almost as if the magma itself is the conduit for the mana, and as it goes down into basically the hole here, seems to be radiating the ground underneath where you're standing.
Right. Okay.
Okay, what was Belbin's mind survival check?
10.
10. There's a little bit of hesitation as he does so. The desperation of Nazrahim seems genuine. What are you going to do?
I don't know if I'm the one to unburden you.
The eye opens, and in Draken, "I will devour you where you stand." And you can see like there's like an attempt for it to raise its head, but it seems too weak to do so.
Oh.
Can I sense any sort of like demonic presence or like evil presence in him?
Make a elemental skill check for me.
Zil also wonders if he can sense any void.
You can, but you've been feeling it the entire time because of the Prime Void Crystal.
But is there like a increase in or any change in that feeling having moved further away?
It's increased, but perchance because of the fact that you're not completely closed off to it. There is access to the outside, technically,
Only
from up
7.
above.
Okay.
7?
Yeah.
Luxalia, you do feel this. there is a small sense of evil here, but it seems like whatever is here, manic energy, voidant energy, it seems like the manic energy is winning, prevailing.
Yuki turns to Luxalia and says to exactly what Nazrahim had said in Draken, and says, "Is there any way that you could perchance get rid of whatever demonic influence is here, Luxalia, if there is one?"
I would like to, but I don't know where to target it.
Let's see. Is there any way? So Yuki and all of her like cultural knowledge about dragons and such things, and from what what she's heard about like the great dragons in particular, is there any useful information based off of what she knows just culturally or has learned in order to, like, if this is weird behavior or if this is normal, especially like compared to when talking to Smoldran?
So Smoldran, in your experience, Smoldran is very young and fiery as far as their temperaments go. The different dragon types have different personalities. Specifically gold dragons tend to be fiery and quick to anger. As far as the great dragons, what you do know is they are the most powerful creatures, like living creatures in all of Everlast. Like as far as like pure brawn strength and what they can do, so much so that like in past armies have gathered around them and they can take out armies as far as they're concerned. As far as what you know of like the personalities and temperaments of these great dragons, I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
It's a 15.
You know that many of them have sought isolation. And the reason being for this isolation is they haven't been able, after essentially the Dragon Cult Wars that happened at the end of the First Age, they weren't able to trust themselves with power, with wealth, with basically temptation. They have weakened wills compared to Alomnia's human-based creations, where they basically excel in power. As far as what you know of Nazrahim, as far as like his temperament, is he seems reclusive, but he also was one of the first of he was the first of basically the four great dragons to go and put himself into isolation. Perhaps meaning he has the strongest will, or perhaps he knows himself too well.
Yuki calls to Belbin in common and says, "Tell him what made you feel better. What specifically happened that made you feel better?"
Belbin looks up at the dragon. I'm going to have you make a mind survival check for me.
Yuki or Belbin?
Belbin.
Balvin's gonna use his blessing.
Okay.
Nice.
That he apparently has. 10.
10.
Yuki, does he seem to be more or less hostile when you speak in Draken or in common?
So when he responds in
just
common,
me?
he seems less hostile, but in
Or
Dragon,
when
it is
he
definitely
responds, but when we speak
And-
to him,
I can't tell, to be perfectly honest, but when he responds in Draken, he seems hostile. I have a feeling, and Yuki kind of relays the information at a quiet voice. What he may be dealing with is that of not knowing in his weakened will. I think what he's desiring specifically to be freed is to be freed from these vices that hold him down, knowing that he can't overcome Alomnia and knows that he must change. However, I don't know if he knows how to necessarily. And with Belbin, maybe he's seeking solace knowing that Belbin's had change in him, to see where that's come from. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Anyways, Belbin.
And as Belbin, he gives off the courage. He again doesn't touch this paw. If anything, when the eye opened, the paw itself was able to jerk backwards a little bit, and his eye closes yet again as he rests limply down on the ground. Belbin basically works up the courage to be able to say. He said, "For so long, I've been burdened by the lives that I've taken, by the desires of my heart. But what I saw today, I have never seen in quite the splendor that I would have understood it prior. I've seen Halia with my own eyes. I've felt Alamnia's justice. What I felt today was peace. For the first time in many, many long years. I don't know how I can unburden you from whatever binds you. You are clearly strong. You are clearly powerful. Much more powerful," and he turns around to the rest of the group, "than any of us combined. And we do not seek to disturb you. But clearly you are in pain. You need only to tell us what you need freedom from, and maybe we can help." I'm going to have Zil go ahead and make a influence skill check for me with Belbin. Sorry, Belbin, not Zil.
Wait, Belbin's making this
Belbin
check?
is making this check.
Oh dear. 5.
There's a small kind of chuckle from the slumbering Nazrahim, and he says, and there's like a small, like little, almost kind of sounds like a sigh of relief, and he says, "If only it was so easy. You make it sound so easy."
Luxalia will step forward next to Belbin.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna have
she
you
will.
make a influence skill check for me
All right.
as you begin to approach.
Okay. Influence. 12.
There's
Could
a
be worse.
the sleeping dragon sniffs again. "I'm sorry for singeing you earlier. You reek of burned hair."
You are forgiven, oh great. Sorry, what's his name again?
Nazrahim.
Okay, I thought so. You are forgiven, O great Nazrahim. Me and my friend Belbin here are but simple Glyven, and are but a small blip of life compared to your own great one. However, in that short time, I think we've both encountered Alamnia. And I think both of us have learned that to find peace, to be unburdened, one must have to give oneself completely over to Alamnia, forsaking all things that bring you more toward yourself or to the world, so that you can be more one with him. It's about letting go of your own pride and your own greed and your own desires, all the things that seem to tether you to this world and and to trust it all to Alamnia. Not that you will be empty, but that rather he will fill you. For I too, though my companions don't know much about it, was maybe the greatest of sinners amongst us before I met them all. I sought out everywhere a way to unburden my restless heart, and could not find it anywhere, in men, in drugs, in alcohol, in prestige and fame, and I tried it all, and I did a lot of bad things in that time, but I went on a journey to, well, with ill intent, I went on a journey of pilgrims to a holy shrine in the Golden Sands, and it was there that I was confronted with my evil ways. I was prevented from entrance into the temple because of what I had done. And I had spent the next 40 days repenting in a desert of the Golden Sands. And Alamnia provided. And it was pure suffering, to be certain, but at the end of it I found him. I found Alamnia. And he sent me a holy person to bring me to the shrine of Amaterasu, where I learned how to practice virtue. I learned how to put others before myself, and above all, to put Alamnia first. I learned that only in asking and repenting of my wrongdoings and my faults, that was the only way to truly be forgiven, and to give those things over to Alamnia so that he could redeem me and save me, because I could not do it on my own. Now, I know how little I am and how big you are, but I also know how infinitely big Alamnia is compared to all of us, to all of Everlast even. So, I suppose I invite you, if it is a spiritual burden that keeps you here, to do just that. And if you have already done just that, then to start again, to repent again. For until we are in the halls of Landisfrain with Alamnia, we will always be on this journey of repentance and starting anew. Even on this journey, I've failed and I've had to get up and keep trying.
Make a piety skill check for me.
Nice. Also, I'm going to use my trait Instill Peace.
Okay.
So
Let's
I'm
go.
Which does what?
hopefully I'm within 10 feet. As a support
Yeah,
action during a conversation, an audience, or when engaging in diplomacy, you may spend a point of mana, and you can make a contested piety check with a single creature within 10 feet.
Okay.
On a success, the creature no longer becomes hostile to you or your allies, as long as it views you as at least neutral.
Okay. Piety skill check.
Yes. Come
Come on.
on, piety.
21.
Oh, son of a wow. He is a pious one. 19.
19.
Oh,
Dang it. So that didn't work, but do you want me to make a different
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
or can
just
that...
just regular piety skill check from what you had mentioned.
Okay.
Well, what I had mentioned before.
Okay. 13?
13.
Wait, piety plus 5. Yes, 13.
You hear, with his eyes closed, again, his demeanor seems to relax a bit as he breathes his fiery breath. He says, "Yes. Yes. That is freedom. That is what I seek. And almost as if like a jolt happens. He lifts his head a little bit, and he looks out, and he says, "Stop! You know not what you do." As he begins to almost kind of gutturally choke, as he begins to shoot fire into the sky. The fire itself basically ascends through the mouth of the volcano. As he starts shrieking, "Go! Leave now!" And then he goes limp again. And that's all in Draken, by the way. He goes limp again. And he, in a peaceful, ever-speech voice, says, "Yes. Yes. You've given me the strength. Yes." And you begin to hear what sounds like a deep, almost kind of like snoring, almost as if the dragon Nazrahim has been put to sleep, and there is a bit of peace kind of in this moment. I'm going to have Zil, Yuki, and Thordane make wisdom skill checks for me.
8.
Also, I am preparing, if I can, if that's a thing that's in Everlast, Protector of Light for if and when something attacks us.
Okay.
I'm at the ready.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
7 for Yuki and a 16 for Thordane. Dirty 16.
Thordane looks up at the pillar, and it seems to be waning in its power nearly completely. It's growing dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. There seems to be a subtle shaking in the volcano. It starts subtle and it begins to grow. And in ever speech, you hear from Nazrahim, "Please, free me. Please."
Yuki gets on her knees and starts praying to Alamnia. "Alamnia, please have mercy on Nazrahim. He's going through so much. Help him have a change in his heart like I had a change in mine." So on and so forth.
Zil
Make a Heidi
looks
skill
up.
check.
Luxalia is also praying.
Okay.
And also praying, yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't know exorcisms, but any sort of demon to be exorcised out of it.
So 12 for
In
Yuki.
Alamnia's name.
Okay. 12 for Yuki. I'm going to have you make a Heidi skill check for me, Luxala. You can make it with hope.
Ooh.
Thordane's going to go over here and try to climb up towards the flame pillar.
Okay. Make a
15.
agility survival check for me.
Okay.
15.
Nice.
Okay.
21.
Thordane very easily climbs up to the top, and there's a small kind of little lip that's up here that's about 5 feet wide that he can kind of walk around to kind of get closer to the flame pillar, which is, again, centrally located here. He sees that, again, it's nearly almost as if it has lost all of its power, and you can see that whatever is being drained from it into this magma. Luxalia, with your 16, you get this sudden urge to do just that. Banish whatever is inside, whatever is keeping him bound.
Then
The words begin to come to you. You remember the night that Jack banished the demon.
Yes.
And it begins to reverberate in your memory.
Sweet.
I'm gonna
Then
have you make a faith survival check for me.
Oh man. Is this because I'm in virtue with a hope?
Yes, I would say with hope.
Yes, virtue. Dang it, Virtue!
I rolled double threes.
Oh, no.
For an 8.
8. The
Wait,
eye,
faith or piety?
faith, survival check.
Oh, faith. 11.
11. His eye opens, and he says, "No, you know not what you do." And he falls limp, and you can see his like right from kind of like the crest of his head, there is what looks to be something coming out, a spectral figure, and rising above the figure is a being of light.
Oh no.
It
Oh,
rises,
no.
It rises above Nazrahim, and it looks to all of you, and it says, "I have you to thank. Good. According to plan." Looks up at the open ceiling and says, "When the time comes, you will find me." And it rises up through the central pillar, and you see a limp Nazrahim breathing laboriously. His eyes open, and he looks up, and he says, "You've damned us all," in Draken. And with that, you're going to end our session for today.
No.
Well-
no.
Did that thing happen to look like this?
That was the wraith of Lilith.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Right. Max, your thoughts on today's session?
Can I really quick do my thoughts?
Yes.
Because I gotta get to bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go,
ahead.
go.
Cool. Wow, that was a lot. I was like, there's got to be some sort of demon in this thing, and I don't know if like are there mechanics of that in this game? Is that something I have to learn, or can we just do it? I don't know.
For what? The banishing demons?
Yeah, like I don't know.
So technically, if you want to go based off of the like actual like abilities, the theologian, which is the scholar's final support class, has like the words of exorcism, so it can like learn it. But like also, I think it like fits that the light sworn would be able to do something like that too.
Cool. Love that. Cause yeah, and also I'm just like from a Catholic perspective, I'm like Luke Solly is not a priest, so like exorcisms are not as strong from her. But
Yeah,
like
there's charismatic.
it's
you know.
true. Yeah.
Charismatic
yeah.
prayer that helps in
true.
helps in the weakening of demons.
Yes. But anyway. Yeah, good sesh. Got to use some new abilities, have some lore drops. So that's fun.
That was nice.
I know. Hopefully y'all all were like, wow. Backstory.
That was
Backstory.
nice.
Yes. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I based a lot of her backstory off of Saint Mary of Egypt. So if you want to learn more about that, read her story. She's cool. Yeah, it was a good sesh. I liked running. I'm glad the Wraith thing didn't kill anybody. That was really cool. The mana ritual thing.
Yeah.
That was super cool. Yeah, and then I was really scared that we would have to fight this dragon, and I was very conflicted because I know he's not a bad guy, but also he was like firing at us, so I really wanted to fire back, but I really tried not to.
Probably for the best.
I knew it was a losing battle, but also I was like, maybe if I hit him with light, it'll hit the whatever demons inside of him instead of him. So, but I know that's not how
But
it works.
Lothi's light.
I know, which isn't good for me.
It's good for Zildo. He's got his light breastplate. He's
But,
immune
like-
to light damage.
Yeah.
What is question? I know it's not Pokemon, but like, I know certain elements are more effective against others,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Is light weak to anything?
Dark.
Dark.
Wait, I thought dark was weak to light.
It is.
It is.
It goes
Oh,
both
it's
ways.
both.
Yeah, and then like light's resistant to light, dark's resistant to dark.
I see. Okay. Cool. All right. Good to know. I should have taken that dark staff thing then. Did you? Did someone grab it?
I'm
Anyway.
sure everything got grabbed.
Okay,
Pretty
cool.
sure everything got grabbed. You guys looted that place clean.
Because I kind of forgot that that would be a thing. So, yeah, but no, it was a good sesh. And I did not expect to lore dump today, so that was fun. And yeah.
Nobody
It's a
expects.
good moment for it.
It is. This is a pretty key moment of what's going on.
It's true. And I was like, Belbin, I know everyone thinks I'm so holy, but it's only because I'm so unholy that I know.
Because I'm putting in a little effort.
It's because
Come
I'm
on,
really
buddy.
trying, because I know what a wretch I truly am. And even still, I suck. Luke Salia, that is. But yeah, so anyway. That's her.
Thanks, bro.
That's it. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Have a good
See
night.
you,
y'all.
Cole.
You have a good one.
Peace.
Max, your thoughts?
Yeah. Being dropped into a fight that you don't really know what's going on is always fun.
Nice.
Just having not been here last session. But this is one of the reasons that I love playing a tank, because before I got cursed, I had a new weapon I had no experience in that maybe could hit him and do a little bit of damage.
Mm-hmm.
After I got cursed, as far as damaging him goes, I could not do anything. But it's
I thought.
literally nothing.
Well, he couldn't do anything to you too. So.
So it still is very satisfying. It's like, regardless of how equipped or not equipped I am for a fight, like I can always fill my role.
Yeah, exactly.
I can get in the way, I can taunt, I can take the hit, and like always checking in on Yuki, like, is this weapon attack? Is this part of a combo? Because I'm holding this one of my abilities of once per combat, if an ally misses a weapon attack, you make them succeed.
Oh.
So it's like
Yeah.
that's why I was asking all those questions.
Yeah.
Of,
I don't think you really have to worry about Yuki most of the time. Yuki's got a plus
Fair.
11 to her hit, so it's a plus 10, but then with her refining sword, a plus 11 because it's open made. So
fair, but just in case, like always being there ready, like, okay, oh, she missed, I can do this. Like,
Right.
so I can get in the way, I can taunt, which works on, as far as I know, almost every creature.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's an influence check makes me so happy because I'm real good at that.
Yep.
So like it's just very satisfying of like, yeah, I mechanically can do almost nothing,
Mm-hmm.
but roll wise can fill my role no matter what. It might not be the most exciting fight for me, but it's still like satisfying. So I
It's
really
good
like
to hear.
that.
It's good to hear because I know like there's some people it's just like I want to be the hero, I want to do everything, and I think a lot of people like have in mind it's like I need to do as much damage as possible and be like that. Where it's like actually like if you can just like literally keep everybody alive, like by focusing the attentions on you, like that that itself is real nice, especially for like long drawn out fights and things.
I definitely love when I can get 2 swings of my axe in and hit like a truck. That's a great feeling, don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But between I can make an ally hit once, and I think it's twice per road rest, I can get hit instead of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that is always an option.
Right.
It's not a matter of equipment. It's not a matter of any, like, I don't think there's any status ailment or like fight scenario other than I'm too far away
Mm-hmm.
that gets in the way. Like, you probably have some trick up your sleeve, but as far as I know, there's nothing that can shut those 3 things down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always nice having those in my back pocket of bare minimum, I can do these 3 things,
Right.
which is great.
Yeah. And I mean, like your skills too are like high enough to where like I have to roll pretty good. Like again, against like something like as like simple as just like a pirate. Like they literally can do nothing to you. Like unless it's like a natural 20 or something. Like they literally can do nothing to you, or natural 16.
And
they can literally do nothing. But like for some of like these bigger creatures, like you still like. I still have to roll pretty good in order to like even like do anything to you. So even if you can't do anything back, like I still have to be rolling well on my end in order to do stuff.
So it's such a fun role being a tank of like it's not the flashiest, it's not the most exciting, but it's the easiest to play. Not play, but easiest to like adapt to any scenario. It's like, well, my job is to get hit.
Right.
I can always figure out a way to get hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was great. It's so fun meeting a dragon. I don't know what tipped me off. It's like, wait, he speaks dragon, he shoots at us. He speaks Everspeech, he seems nice. Like, so I don't know if that was intentional on your part, and it's fun having a character that speaks Draken.
Yep.
To like, wait a minute, I hear both sides. Yeah, I'm wondering if that Wraith is Lolathi. That's the card I hold up. It's Lolathi's Wraith.
Okay.
Yep. That's my guess, and my second guess, if it's not directly Lolathi, if it's one of the generals of her, we're gonna have to fight. Those are my two guesses for what the heck just happened. And that's about all I got.
Nice. No, I mean, like you said, not a lot happened this session, but like a lot happened this session. Like I feel compared to like the last like 2 or 3 where you guys were solving lots of puzzles, going through a dungeon, like this one was a lot more like there was a little bit of combat, but like some of the things that happened were like big key things that happened for sure. And so it's cool to see like the side of like here's some mechanics of like the game and how that works, and then here's also some role playing, and like seeing you guys think through it is like really fun for me. But yeah, it's good. Dane, your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess the only thing to add is one thing I really like about this game, and again, it might just be you as the lore master, but every situation we go into requires a lot of thought and requires a lot of like thinking through. For example, when it comes to Nazrahim, like we have no idea what's going on with him as far as like why he's got Two-Face going on, and like there's stakes at it, but you allow us to be able to have creative ways to be able to figure those stakes out, right? And especially like in a situation that seems impossible and we're coming into something, it's like, why is this happening? Like, what do we need? Like, what's going on? Like being able to like be observant of the surroundings around us, and just trying to pick and choose little things. Like I was digging deep in my bag, especially when it's like, what would Yuki know as a Draken about the grand dragons, you know, back that would make them seem to be like this, and coming to the understanding where it's like, yeah, they struggle with at the end of the war, with making the right decision itself. And it's just like, well, I thought it was like that. I had no idea it was actually possessed by a demon. So yeah, I mean, I think it's really fun, the role play aspect. Like, don't get me wrong, doing dungeons and puzzles and being able to kind of even force things through can be fun, but I also like the nuance of having to think through things as well, because especially in this situation, it's a very dangerous dragon, an incredibly dangerous dragon that if we probably had to fight him, we would die. So it's one of those things where you have to be walking on eggshells, and we weren't particularly rolling well, which I know, like, if you have a long chance of like not rolling well, it can't be helped. But at the same time, still being able to overcome it despite our lack of, you know, being able to use our skills with our characters specifically. So I don't know. I think it's ingenious, because I think there's a lot of dungeon masters out there for tabletop RPGs, like whether it's Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons. Like, you roll poorly, you're just gonna die. Whereas like some situations that makes sense, but other situations it's like, no, I mean, it's just like that closes off one avenue to a solution, you know, as opposed to being like you just failed the whole thing. And so I really appreciate that, because that's more realistic, I think.
Well, also too, like it gives like as a DM Fate Weaver, it gives you a little bit more creativity based off of what can happen from the rolls. Like I always go into every session with an idea of what's going to happen, but what actually ends up happening is usually not the idea of what's going to happen. And that's great because again, like you said, that gives you agency in the world. Like in the case of like this Nazrahim interaction, like all I can do is present you with like the details of like generally kind of what's going on, but it's up to you to figure out what's happening based off the details I give you, and then also like do actions that like progress whatever the situation is forward. And so like I like how you're observant, you try to draw on history, you're doing what you can to be able to relay information between the different party members. Like can you imagine coming in here, nobody speaks Draken, and it's just like he like is like very aggressive to you, just like you have no idea what he's saying, and then you can understand everything that he's saying when he's sleeping. And so like as far as the I don't know, I wanted to be able to portray to like conflicting stuff where okay, I guess here's my question. So your thoughts on now knowing that what you do now, is there anything that you guys would have done differently in this situation?
I think we were pretty cautious, plenty cautious. I think it would have been absolutely dumb just to go in there, but knowing that he couldn't really do anything aside from shoot some warning shots.
Couldn't?
I don't
or
know.
Was that intentional?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I'm overall happy with how it turned out, but I don't know. I think we were appropriately cautious, personally.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is interesting, and depending on like how the Fate Weaver wants to play this in like a future playthroughs of people doing it, I think that's like a difficult balance to make. It's like, which side of Nazrahim do you actually trust? Is he completely within like his own mind and like controlling like all actions that are happening, or is there a kind of like like you had mentioned like earlier, like this kind of like two-face aspect of this creature? Which one of those creatures do you trust? Some stuff to think about going forward. But no, it was great. I had a lot of a really good time seeing how you guys were dealing with this, and I guess we'll see what the consequences of whatever just happened at the beginning of our next session. Speaking of which, our next session will be on December 12th. Yes, December 12th, the second week of December. And yeah, we'll just jump off. I'm curious to see like what Connor's gonna think like in the situation that you're in.
Oh,
Like
God.
going from like, oh, we're fighting this dude, and then it's like, oh, there's a dragon. What the frick just happened? And so catching everybody up to speed on that.
Yeah, I'll do my best to get everything up. So I have all of the Everlast. It's on YouTube. It's just not available right now because I've been working on the descriptions for them. But I might just put them all live and then little by little gradually work through it and put in the descriptions because those are kind of
definitely
it's a little more difficult. But.
For sure. And so as far as all of this is considered, like this is. Does it sound like it sounds like maybe like morbid to say like it's the beginning of the end? You're in the end game now.
Oh yeah, at least for this adventure, right?
Yeah, this adventure, like you're in the end game now for like the adventure, and so.
Which we've been playing this adventure for 2 years at this point. Started on vacation, ending by fighting an arch
great dragon. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what eventually ends up coming of this, and yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. And also like throughout the course of the grand adventure that you guys are currently on, like how like the different pieces of the puzzle come together in order to like, especially like in the finale of it, like literally every single part of this adventure from beginning, middle to end, like there are pieces of it that will like come to pass and will make sense like at the very end. And so like even like those early sessions, like back in like the Duluth bandit camp, all the way to like
Oh my
like
goodness.
journey like on the high seas, things like that. And so
Soon we'll be level 8. It'll be great.
and you guys
Like 7 years later.
My hair
years.
is half of what it was before when we started this adventure.
I started
God.
this as a seminarian.
That's
True.
Before
Now you're
being a
married with
seminarian.
baby, getting
And
baptized.
now I am a father. And we haven't leveled up in that whole time.
You have leveled up in your personal life.
That's true. It's true. Level up.
This is ridiculous.
Dane, do you have any announcements before we do end for today?
First and foremost, everyone who helped support the Everlast Veil of Twilight and Night of Martyrs Kickstarter, we are very, very grateful to you. It was a big success. We got 175% of it funded, which is awesome. And so because of that, we're able to give a bunch of extra stuff, extra promo cards. Anyone who did happen to help back the project at any tier. If you did miss the backing of the project, we will have it in our online store starting in most likely May, unless anything goes wrong. Again, join the Discord to make sure that if for any news, anything like that. We also make sure to go to our website, and I can put those links in the chat. Go to our website. We do have a thing where you can sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter is also a great opportunity to be able to get some news for future sets. So, but that did just finish this past week. And again, we're very, very grateful to those of you who helped us fund these next two sets. They're going to be amazing. They're going to be sick. As far as other news, again, check out the website. We do have the Everlast TCG. It is live. We do have our first two sets, Heroes of the West and Rising of Helix, available. And if you want to learn how to play the game, we do have a bunch of awesome resources on our YouTube channel. And also on the website. So again, feel free to go to our YouTube channel and the website for that. And if you want to play without having the cards, there's a print and play. If you want to order the cards online right now, you can go to our Fantasy Forged Games eBay store. It is in the future, it's going to be mainly for our international customers. However, through the next couple of months, we're going to be working on getting our Amazon store up, as well as our actual main website store. If you do live in Colorado, they do sell the Everlast TCG at Inconceivable Toys and Games at the Castle Rock outlets. So feel free to go check that out if you are curious about getting some product. I do know they also have singles as well. We will also be having our TCG player store up in the new year. We do officially have it as a store. But we're just currently putting in cards and things right now, and that should be active in the new year as well. So those of you who use TCG,
That's news to me.
Also,
yeah. So
I want to use this as an opportunity to do the drawing for our winners of the and we'll again keep this in mind for the Veil of Twilight Kickstarter. So we had a very special giveaway for those who backed our Kickstarter and for those who are a part of the newsletter. And so I have different numbers of basically everybody who backed our Kickstarter has a order number. And so whether that's basically like 1 all the way up through a 47. We have 4 Veil of Twilight or Night of Martyrs boxes that were given away to runner-up prizes, and 1 grand prize, which is a champions tier. A free champions tier on top of the order that you've already gotten. And so I'm going to go through random number generator and start. Dane, do you mind writing down these numbers for?
Yeah.
We'll start with all of our runner-ups, and then we'll end with our grand prize winner here and now.
Give me
so
1 second.
This is the official thing, and then I have no idea like whose numbers are what, but I'm going to just do it. And if there are any changes, like for example, if like somebody's number got called that didn't back or like isn't
we can't reach them.
Yeah, can't reach them, then we'll have to draw again, things like that. But these will be the official winners of each of those things. And so
5. So there's 5 prizes total.
5 prizes total, 4 runner-ups, 1 winner. So everybody
Okay,
should
I'm ready
know
when you
their
are.
backer number if you did back the Kickstarter. And it's based off of like how early in the Kickstarter, like what order you did. So like those who did later have like the higher numbers. Those who backed earlier have the lower numbers.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta go find my.
Where can we check to see that? The
On
backer
your
number.
so if you go to the Kickstarter, you can check. I mean, we'll reach out to you as well. It should say like under like your if you go to like the homepage of like the Kickstarter, it'll like in your backing information, I guess. It should say like what number you are. If not, again, we can always reach out to you once we get the backer, what is it called? Our backer survey out, so we can get contact information, and then we'll just send like, hey, you're the winner. But for now, these will be like our winners, and we'll reach out at the time that it is. So.
Cool.
Because I also don't want to like leak people's information right now, which is why we're doing it via backer number, as opposed to like being like, hey, this person from this location with this email ended up winning. It's like, yeah, we'll personally reach out to you when you do, but these will be like the official numbers that eventually we do get. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead and I have my
number 5.
So 5. So again, the first 4 are going to be our runner-ups, and then our grand prize winner will be the 5th one. So our first one is going to be, drum roll, please. Number 15.
15. Nice.
Our second is going to be 37.
Nice. 37.
Our next one is going to be number 4.
Number 4, okay.
That's all of our runner-ups.
Oh, one more runner-up.
One more runner-up. And then our next one is going to be number 2.
Number 2, okay.
And our grand prize is going to be number 3.
Number 3, nice.
2, 3, 4, and 37.
2, 3, 4, 37.
2 and 15.
15.
15.
Yeah.
So
So the first runner-up is number 2. Second runner-up's number 4. Third runner-up's number 37. And fourth runner-up's 15. And then grand prize is number 3. Okay.
Where are you?
Cool.
Okay.
So we will. Yeah, I still don't know where to look for these.
That's
so.
okay.
It's in the
After stream,
email.
I'll talk with you guys a little bit, and we'll send you emails as far as that goes. Because I actually don't have my Kickstarter pulled up right now, so I can't tell you who ended up winning. But with that being the case, I don't think there is anything else to discuss. I will be continuing some more Ghosts of Yotei on Monday. We are making our way into Teshio Ridge, which is like the northern part of like Hokkaido, which is very exciting. And so we're going to be continuing on with that. I hope everyone has an amazing holiday weekend. But until then, yeah. God bless you all. Thank you so much. May Alamnia guide each and every one of you. Pray for me. Pray for each other. You know we're praying for you. And you have an amazing one, a great weekend. And everyone be safe out there. Bye, everybody.